versus research. We do things like use AI to actually understand what is ranking today on Google, essentially doing an information gap analysis to understand where your competition is saying something that you're not saying, so that you can actually fill in those gaps and create a very complete piece of content that has a higher chance of ranking. You can use Letterdrop to extract insights, marketing insights from calls, so that you can actually understand like what types of sales enabling content you need to create, what types of FAQs, zero search volume, SEO pieces, all that stuff. Like, what is blocking sales today? How do you create the content and put that out into the public sphere so that people can answer these questions themselves, or how their sales team can actually leverage this content to answer these questions better. The second use case I think AI is very good for is remixing. So how do you essentially turn things like webinars or long form content into blogs and social media posts very quickly? So in Letterdrop, you can create campaigns from existing content. Just say, hey, like, I already have these ideas fleshed out for me. Can you turn this into this different format so that I can redistribute it? Or doing the same thing, taking long form content like a really great blog post or a video, selecting a template, saying like, hey, like, here's what I sound like. Turn this into a social post for me that I can publish immediately with minimal editing. So these are all great use cases of AI. The last one I want to go into is ideation. So things we do here are helping companies actually understand how can I cover a topic to rank on Google in a way that it hasn't been covered before. And so essentially giving you a menu of options to actually understand, okay, like, what are ways in which people have not historically visited this topic in order to answer search intent? Are any of these things that I want to incorporate in a way that makes sense for my business? Or even understanding like, hey, as a salesperson, like, what is the right content I should be sharing with my team? And so with Letterdrop, we can actually understand what your customers actually need and tell the salesperson like, hey, I would suggest sharing, here's a couple of ideas for content or things that you can share with this person. So those are some great ways in which I think people can be using AI. It's not just ChatGPT and generating a whole bunch of fluff and putting it out there and losing trust with your audience. It's about still being authentic, but using AI to essentially streamline and compress like long, tedious tasks, or get information from different places and serve it to the right person at the right time. One thing I want to point out is that when look here, like, everyone can buy tooling and everyone has access to ChatGPT.